So we're starting to get some pretty good looking roads and some actual structures built up and terraforming done that I did around the structure. Initially, I was kind of thinking like a Stonehenge into an amphitheater combo here, but I'm really not sure exactly what I want to do. I kind of like this archway, but I might move it up a bit higher. I'm really not sure what to do in between. In the time lapse, you saw like a wall actually built up here, but I feel like if it was a wall, then it would kind of defeat the Stonehenge purpose, and so that didn't really make sense. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do, but I kind of like the pillars, even if I end up just kind of roughing them up with some textures and some cracked and some andesite. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that. I did go into the Nether and dig around and find some soul sand. So now we can have bubble vaders that we can access. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere over here we can have like a fountain. Somewhere in here we'll have a fountain that you pop out of. It'd be kind of a fun way to interconnect different parts of the build. And then I don't know how we'll make getting down. Could be as simple as jumping in the hole and landing on or going through water to slow you down, or I think if you put a carpet over powdered snow, that can also work. But I'm going to show you, we have some villagers that we have, some more villagers we've gotten down here. Some of them have good trades, some of them have less good trades. Like now we have a Fortune 3, Silk Touch, and Breaking that we don't have to worry about. Looks like Dad gave up it once he found Efficiency 3, so we can combine those up. We have the big paper farm that works. And then we have, this is what I've been working on, trying to figure out, and you can see I still need some more red carpet. On this side, I'm going to try and put all the drop storage and armor smelting stuff over here. And then over here is my little AFK dirt hut. But basically, they just have some soul sand and that they get pushed up into. And it sounds kind of like a thunderstorm when they're all in there, and they do still have entity cramming, but they have a little bit of a bottleneck here where they have to like nudge each other through, and I'm not quite sure if there's a better way to do it. Maybe if this block was dropped down one, then they wouldn't like hit the soul sand before and maybe the momentum would be preserved a bit. But if you don't have the signs blocking it there, then the water will rush backwards and catch them up there, which obviously won't work well. I'm really happy with I decided to use spruce for the floor and then have the oak be the highlight. So I like that this kind of has a highlight to it because it's a focal point. Wondering if maybe I should have moved it back another block, but that's okay. I can always tweak it as needed. But then having the oak wood back here with all the lights, I think does a really cool highlight effect with it being kind of darker colors and darker blocks elsewhere. So I went and carved out a little tunnel downstairs and put a couple of waypoints in so we could see where we needed to put this. So this is going to be the way to pop up, and that's going to be the way to drop down. But I wanted to put a little fountain in, and so I carved out this little water thing, and then we'll probably put some cracked stone or some mossy stuff around here. Would make a lot of sense as we get more stuff for texturing. So let's go ahead, and we might make this a little bigger too. It might be kind of cool to have like a 2-tier. Maybe not. So if we just come up a couple like that, and then drop that down. Let's get, not that button. Let's see, not that one either. It's this one. That button. We can remove these two. So that's a basic fountain. What we could do is instead of these being full blocks, we could maybe put stairs in and waterlog the stairs. Yeah, I like that lower profile lip there. What if we did walls in the center instead of blocks? So then it's like a pipe pushing up and dropping water out around it. Too bad you can see like this, the little plane right there. That doesn't look too great. But I think that looks pretty cool for a basic little fountain. Yeah, I think that'll do just fine. So now we have a couple ways we can solve the getting down, which it's not safe yet. And I've added in this staircase here. I don't think that was in the last clip. We want a little bit of soul sand. It should be down here somewhere. There it is. So then what we can do for going up is we can come over here and break the seaweed. That's what it's called. Throw in some soul sand and we should just skyrocket up to the top. I'm going to see if I can find some powdered snow for the way down. And we can put a carpet in. Oh, there's an abandoned village right here. I don't think I knew about that. Well, here's a live frosty village. Not quite at all what I was looking for, but at least they have beds. And I do find it a little bit ironic that I'm snagging a bed from a village with villagers when I left all the beds in a village that didn't have any. I'll run over top of the mountain just to see if there's anything up there, but I don't think there is. Oh, I know there used to be some over here. I think it all got washed away too. That's a bummer. Oh. There we go. Now I gotta go back for that carpet. So I think this works. I've never actually tested this, but I think I've seen people do this. So we're gonna try it. And now we come down here. Yes! Yes! Perfect. So we need to work on the presentation, maybe raise the ceiling a little bit, do some stuff. Probably make the floor the spruce, tie the spruce in. And we have the villagers, and you can keep coming down here. And you get all of this that we've been working on. This has been kicking my butt, but that's okay. It's getting... I got it to so it would dispense 4 at a time, but I didn't like how that was working, and so I have it just locked on. I guess it should be okay. So it's this hopper is locked, so it's not pulling anything out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12. So whenever we're at a multiple of 8 in the large chest there, then we can just flip the lever on for now, and then that'll just bring it down here to the blast furnace. This is the fuel input, and eventually I'll have it all hooked up like this is hooked up for the bone to craft into bone meal, but then bone blocks. In that case, it would be craft into ingots and then blocks. Then we just have the arrow input right here for the storage, and then down here you can see we have quite a few arrows. How it works is the comparator is reading if there is anything in the hopper, and then it outputs power to this block, which then adjacently powers this. So that's how you can stack them so close just by staggering them. As you can see, we've really processed through a fair amount of armor. I mean, it's not like it technically is infinite, but it's a very slow infinite. And so I'll eventually split this to have one side be iron and one side be gold. And then you can see all of our bone blocks that are starting to pile up there. So now we can go fairly easily from down here up a couple levels. Then swing out right. And up we go. So I just grabbed a couple of leads out of the storage room because, as you can see, we no longer have any sheep here. So we're going to go look around and try and find some sheep. Well, it looks like we got to these sheep just a little late. Mr. Beautiful Looking Wolf. There's a sheep on the horizon over there, so that means we didn't have to go too far. The wolf was just up there, so we probably want to go around the mountaintop instead of over it. But that should be fine. So here's one sheep. Where is another sheep? Normally cows are the issue, not sheep, but we are where we are. Oh, it's an Enderman over there. Well, I guess let's grab you and we'll just keep on looking. There's an Enderman there too. Oh, there you are. There's the other sheep. There we go. We've got our sheep finally back here, and so I'm going to leave them tied up there for just a bit until we have a more permanent spot for them. And I'm going to just give them a nice temporary safe wolf-free environment, complete with a torch. Yeah, complete with a torch. This way we will have no issues with any accidental incapacitations, we'll say. There. Now, thankfully, we have a whole bunch of dispensers from all the bows from the skeleton farm. So that will make setting up a sheep farm en masse a lot easier. I can probably get rid of that square there. We have over 2 stacks now, I think, in our redstone chest here. Yeah. 2 stacks and 18. And that's just from combining all the bows that we get out of here. And both these chests were filled up, and I combined them down. And yeah, so that's been quite helpful. As you can see, we have a trial chamber map not too far away, so we're going to be making use of that for sure in the near future. At any rate, I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you have a great day, and you remember to keep smiling.